Ray Eppstein did not fill himself. Now, I have to be very careful about what I say because I've got YouTube censors watching this video. And they're very, very sensitive about the topic of plantains. These are plantains here. The reason why, in fact, up till not too long ago, if you promoted plantains as being tastier than bananas, you risked having your video taken down by the YouTube censors. Actually, the AI would automatically take you down. However, due to the widespread use of air fryers to fry plantains and more people learning about this, they've sort of eased off on it. However, you still have to be very, very careful. So I'm being very, very careful about what I say about plantains being tastier than bananas. And as I'm going to show you how to fry a plantain. It's very easy, and it's so tasty that it will satisfy your appetite. That's how I know that Ray Eppstein, who is also a big fan of plantains, did not fill himself. So Ray Eppstein did not fill himself, and the reason is because of plantains. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how to. It's very simple. If you have an air fryer, in fact, if you don't have an air fryer, after watching this video, you might want to go get one because it's such an easy snack to make. Now, one thing about, just real quick, what you're looking for is a plantain like this. This one here, it's yellow with black on it, and then when you feel it, it's nice and soft. That means it's ready to be air fried. These others aren't quite ready, but here's a little secret. If you take green plantains and set them right on top or next to the yellow plantains, that quickens the ripening process. So that's a little tip here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to air fry a plantain, this one in particular. And remember, Ray Eppstein did not fill himself. Preparing your plantain for the air fryer, it's very simple. All you do is just cut the ends off here, as so. Toss them away. These are probably the hardest parts of them. And then the skin of plantains are thicker than on bananas, so here's how you peel them. Very simple. On both sides, make a lengthwise cut with a knife. Not too deep, by the way. Not too deep. And then you simply peel it away. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then I like to cut them. Now, there's different ways you cut them. You can cut them in slices and stuff. Here's how I prefer to do it, because I'll show you why later. But I prefer to cut them in thirds. It's very easy. And what I'm going to do is when it's fried up, I make a nice slit. It'll be even softer than it already is. And I'll insert little bits of butter. Now, some people prefer putting cheese in there. You can do what you want. I just like it with butter. Now, the next thing you want to do, and I'm sure Ray Eppstein does the same thing, is you give it a nice squirt with olive oil. And then, so since this is a one plantain only, my small air fryer basket, I just put them in here like this and just place it into the air fryer. And just put it in the air fryer here. I've got this set for 380 degrees, and I'm going to fry it for a total of 15 minutes. However, at the halfway point, about 7 or 8 minutes in, I'm going to take the plantain out. I'm going to open up the air basket. I'm going to just turn it over and add a little bit more olive oil to it. Now, while we're waiting, I just want to dismiss a rumor, a vicious rumor, that Ray Eppstein was spotted in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, filling himself up. I can tell you right now, that's completely untrue. I'm debunking that. That's a wild theory, not supported by any fact whatsoever. I haven't seen any videos of Ray Eppstein filling himself up, and I'm sure it didn't happen simply because anybody that air fries plantains knows the snack is so tremendously tasty that you won't have any desire to fill yourself up on junk food and stuff like that. In fact, this rumor about Ray Eppstein is so widespread. He's from Arizona. A couple of people in Arizona, they confronted Ray Eppstein outside his ranch there to ask him that if he filled himself up with junk food in Washington, he wouldn't answer their questions. The weird thing about this is that one of those people that questioned Ray Eppstein, shortly afterwards, a couple of federal health inspectors came and questioned this person about people filling themselves up in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. And when the person asked about Ray Eppstein, even though Ray Eppstein is well known to be a big fan of fried plantains, the health inspectors acted as if they had never heard of Ray Eppstein. So anyway, at the 7 or 8 minute mark, I'm going to turn this over, and you'll be able to see that halfway even, it's already fried and it gets nice and softened on the way to tremendous taste. All right, it's been running for about 8 minutes, so it's time to flip over the plantains. But, and as you see how they're nice and yellow-brown here? So they're frying up nicely, they're getting softer. Now what you want to do is give them another spritz of olive oil. Just flip them over. Yep. And then one more spritz. It's very simple. Just put it back in and let it fry for the full about 7 minutes longer. So 15 minutes total. This is my small analog. I got 2 air fryers. This is my small analog air fryer. So when I said 380, it might be 390. It doesn't make any difference. Just around that. I do have a digital air fryer, and I'm sure Ray Eppstein has one too. In fact, he probably has more than one because he's a big fan of air fried plantains. But I'm using the analog just because it's just convenient. You know, for one plantain, might as well use the small one. So we're going to finish up in a few minutes, and then will come my favorite part. And Ray Eppstein's favorite part, eating the air-fried plantains. They're so delicious. And I have to be careful about what I talk about when I talk about these, like I said, about the air-fried plantains, because I don't know what current YouTube policy is, you know, but okay, I'm going to say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that they're much, much tastier than bananas, or even fried bananas, because it's a richer taste. But as a little disclaimer, that's strictly my opinion. I'm not stating that as fact. You got that, YouTube censors? Have to be careful talking about plantains. Okay, the plantains are done. They fried in the air fryer for about 15 minutes. And see, they're nice and fried up. I'm sure they're soft. So let me just prepare them a little bit. Like I say, I like to stuff them with a little bit of butter, You could put, some people put cheese in them. You know what? I might try down the road. I might even try stuffing them with crab dip. You know what? If I'm ever out in Arizona, maybe I'll take a visit to Ray Eppstein outside his ranch. He doesn't let people in on his ranch, but you know what? I'm sure he'll come out on his golf cart, and I'll ask him what he stuffs, what Ray Eppstein stuffs his plantains with. Like I say, I prefer just butter. You don't have to even put anything in it. It's fine as it is. So here are my fried plantains. See, and I just simply take little bits of butter, and I cut little grooves into the plantains for the butter. Like I say, you could put cheese or whatever. You know what? I'm starting to think more and more about that crab dip. That sounds like a good idea. Like I say, though, you don't even have to. You don't even have to do this. These plantains are absolutely tasty, just as they are, without anything. But I just like a little butter. And now, my absolute favorite part of this process, in just a minute, is eating these air-fried plantains. Oh, doesn't that look good? I'm sure if Ray Eppstein is watching this video, he's probably getting ready to fry himself up some plantains right now. Now to try it. Oh, by the way, I eat these plantains, in case you're wondering, just about every single day. They really help suppress my desire for junk food, so I don't fill up on junk food by eating these plantains. So good. Their flavor. If you never tried it, it's so much richer than bananas or fried bananas. Hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, YouTube. But I know that's a controversial statement. So tasty. So I'm just going to finish this up. And remember, folks, Ray Eppstein did not fill himself.